Hello. So, I had my first recommendation at school from a teacher who thought I should do a video on how to do a agenda. So, I'm going to try it out. An agenda is one of these handy little booklets. First of all, you need to find one that will suit your style. For most girls, that's what we want. For boys, it doesn't really matter most of the time. Now, for me, it works better if I have some sort of bookmark or something to keep my spot so I don't spend 10 minutes trying to find my spot. For my school, we have four block day. Now, in my first block, sometimes I don't get written down what I need to get done. And in second block, I normally don't have that much to do because it's more study hall. That's where you should write down what you have in first block and what you think you might have in third and fourth block. If you don't have a clue what you're going to have, maybe you should write down, say I have English. I need to write down English with a squiggly line to figure, and I can fill that in later, whether I put none or no, or I fill it in to tell me how much I have or how little. In order to keep up with your standards, you might want to put numbers next to the assignments that you have so that you know how high they are on your list of, I need to get this done. Sometimes you can write just little reminders to yourself, like call so-and-so, or you had to ask somebody a question and you were going to forget what they said. Write down what they said so that you know on what day that you had it. The best way for me to do it is start from the beginning of the day and go through there. If it's a Friday, I'll put over the weekend with colons, and then I'll write down what I need to do in order from highest to lowest. Now, these handy little things you have to keep track of, or if you write them down, you're most likely not going to remember, or you're going to, it's either depending on who you are, you're going to remember or you're not going to remember at all. For me, I have to write down what I got done in class if I turned it in so that I know over the weekend that I don't have to worry about that. The best way for me to do it is making sure that I always have my agenda, because if I don't, then I forget what I got done, forget what I have to do, and not succeed or go up to my standards in how well I want to do my homework because I'm not exactly sure of what I'm doing. The best way to do it for me is if you can see that, a weekly thing where it gives you the day and the date, and there's a whole bunch of lines so that you know. Now, you don't want these things humongous, a big notebook size. You want it just a small little thing so that you can keep what you want and it can still be accessible. I hope that helped. Thanks.